What's going on, ladies and gents? I'm Kimberlina, and today I'll be sharing my top 10 most desirable traits in a romantic partner. To begin with, I know exactly who I am and what I want, which makes writing this list pretty easy. Have you ever heard of the phrase, "you complete me"?
You complete me.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Some people may believe that we are just one half of an incomplete being. That in order to become a whole, we need to find our other half in order to complete ourselves. However, it's my personal opinion that you complete yourself. You're already everything that you need to be, and having a romantic partner should only serve as an additional bonus. It's also my opinion that a person's true beauty is defined not by shallow superficialities such as their physical appearance, their youth, or their wealth, but by their character. So that's what I'll be focusing on today. That's just me though, y'all can do whatever you want.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Number 10, compatibility. You might be familiar with the saying, opposites attract, but you might also be familiar with the saying, you are what you attract. It's no coincidence that the people we choose to have in our immediate lives are a reflection of who we are. If you take a look at your closest friends, you may find that in many ways, they remind you of yourself. This may be due to the fact that we are naturally drawn to familiarity. We actively seek out other individuals with whom we identify with. And in many cases, romantic partners are no different. It's natural to desire a partner who shares similar hobbies and interests, such as gaming, for example, as well as possessing a similar system of values and personal beliefs. This form of mutual connection helps us to form deeper connections with our partner. And to top it off, it gives couples plenty of fun things to do together. However, it's unrealistic to expect that you and your partner will have everything in common. It's very normal for couples to also have their fair share of differences. To overcome such differences, it's essential to learn to be open-minded and judgmental, both in romantic relationships and in general, and to also work through any possible issues with their partner through open communication. Number 9, the best friend dynamic.
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
Although I generally do enjoy the comfort of spending time relaxing at home, I can't deny that there's another part of me that also enjoys being spontaneous and going out on adventures.
I'm going on an adventure.
This is a side of me that highly embraces freedom and independence. I have a natural curiosity and childlike wonder of the world around me, and I'm always keen to explore it. And although I'm usually happy to do that alone, it'd be a bonus to have a fun-loving partner who shares my enthusiasm and is all too happy to join me on my adventures, kind of like a best friend. In fact, some of the most successful relationships are built upon the foundation of a best friend dynamic. At the end of the day, it should never be you and your partner against each other, but rather you and your partner working together as a team against the rest of the world. Number 8, sense of humor and intelligence. These might seem like two completely different traits, but I've placed them both in the same category for a very good reason. Because having a good sense of humor requires a certain degree of intelligence. Intelligence is required to understand what makes comedy funny in the first place and how to properly incorporate it into social situations. Anyone can tell a joke, but it takes intelligence to be actually funny.
That's what she said.
So if you happen to meet someone who is skilled at being humorous, there's a good chance that they're also quite smart. As an additional bonus, this winning combination can also give off the impression of being charming and charismatic. As a fun fact, studies have shown that women typically prefer men who are good at telling jokes and making them laugh, whereas men typically favour women who genuinely laugh at their jokes. Number 7, wisdom and maturity. Yet another two traits placed in the same category, but it's pretty easy to see why. Nobody is born wise and mature. We're all born as stupid, obnoxious babies.
I'm just a fucking baby. I'm just a fucking stupid baby.
It's only through the accumulation of experience over time do we learn to develop such traits. some of us a little later than others. Needless to say, having a partner who is wise and mature certainly adds extra stability and security to a romantic relationship, especially if this person doesn't take things too seriously. Despite their maturity, they're nonetheless fairly chill and easygoing and know just how to relax and have a good time. Number 6. Creativity or imagination. I like to consider myself a fairly creative person, especially since a lot of my hobbies and interests fall under the artistic category. I love music, writing, drawing, and just being able to create things in general. Understandably, I prefer a partner in which I can share this interest so that we can enjoy creating beautiful things together.
Come on guys, let's get creative!
Number 5. Positivity or optimism. Off the top of our heads, I'm sure we can all think of that one particular person. You know who I mean. The type of person who is like a beautiful ray of sunshine. Their very presence is enough to light up the whole room, spreading their infectious positivity to everyone surrounding them like a bubonic plague of serotonin. Not to mention their optimism, which can give off the impression of being naive or gullible. But this person wouldn't change a thing. And this is because they choose to believe in the good of humanity, even at the risk of being proven wrong, when their warm expectations are inevitably met with cold reality. But this idealistic belief is worth it in their eyes because the alternative is cynicism. And that's just not who they are. Number 4, integrity. What the hell is integrity?
Do you want some fucking integrity? Don't you wish everyone had some goddamn integrity? Well, soon, everyone can. Integrity weed.
No, it's not something you grow on a farm and utilize for recreational purposes. Integrity is similar to that of being loyal, open, honest, and trustworthy, but with extra steps. It correlates to having a strong sense of morals and ethics. True integrity is the ability to do what is right, even when no one is looking, because someone who is truly good will do good things even without the promise of reward. A perfect example would be if you see someone walking down the street and they accidentally drop a $50 note without realizing. A person with integrity will pick up the note and chase down the person in order to return said money to its rightful owner. A person without integrity will put the money in their pocket and walk away without any shame or remorse.
We've got to have money.
This same person probably also throws their trash out the car window while driving.
It's time to take out the trash.
I'll get you for this, Midler!
Fuck that person. Number 3. Empathy or compassion. Now, this one is pretty self-explanatory. Someone with empathy and compassion has a high EQ, also known as emotional intelligence. They're not only self-aware, but also aware of the people around them. They understand the thoughts and feelings of others, and are even able to feel other people's emotions within themselves.
Empathic abilities.
What are those?
If I touch someone, I can feel their feelings.
You read minds?
No. Telepaths know thoughts. Empaths feel feelings. Emotion.
They may even start crying at the sight of seeing someone else cry. They're not afraid to be vulnerable because they identify vulnerability as a strength, not a weakness. It is their desire to alleviate suffering in others through the offering of kindness. As well as expressing kindness, they also respect themselves and treat others with that same respect. This includes the ability to respect another person's identity, individuality, personal choices and opinions, as well as their boundaries and personal space. In short, they treat others the way that they would like to be treated. This same person may also very well have a great love for animals. And it's fair to assume that this same side to them, which is caring and nurturing towards animals, can also be directed towards their loved ones, making them a terrific partner. Number 2, passion. Now, this person may be spicy between the sheets, but that's not exactly what I'm referring to. When I say passionate, I'm more referring to having a strong sense of ambition, driven by unrelenting determination and resilience in the face of adversity. A passionate person loves and appreciates life and all the people in it, living with a sense of gratitude. They understand that life is precious and the relatively short time that we have to spend on this planet is highly valuable. So the way in which they choose to spend this time is of the utmost importance, because as well as having a strong sense of identity, they also have a strong sense of purpose. They have a dream, and nothing will stand in the way of accomplishing this dream.
I'm gonna be the king of the pirates!
And finally, last on our list is authenticity, aka being yourself.
But remember, be yourself.
Perhaps the most important of all traits is the ability to embrace who you are and to love yourself unconditionally.
Because I'm worth it.
By doing so, you also encourage other people to do the same. No one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. An authentic person not only understands and acknowledges this fact, but is also able to identify their own flaws and has a willingness to change. They are likely to possess a growth mindset and are always looking for ways in which to grow and improve as a human being. They seek to become the best versions of themselves and do so with confidence. But despite their confidence, they don't allow their pride to transcend into arrogance, because they're able to provide balance through the practice of humility. But for everything this person does, they're doing it not for others, but they're doing it for themselves. They don't require external validation from others because they've already found validation within themselves through self-acceptance. By remaining true to who they really are, despite any negative reception or criticism, they attract the right people into their lives while also repelling the wrong ones. So there you have it, guys, my top 10 list of desirable traits in a romantic partner. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you agree with my list or did you disagree? Either way, feel free to share your opinion in the comments below. So I'll just finish up by saying that my subscriber count is pretty low on the account that the YouTube algorithms are fucking my anus. Please unfuck my anus by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It'll mean the world of difference. See you next time.